So Robbie, you've rejoined us here at Glasgow Warriors. It's been some journey you've been on since you were last here. Can you talk to us about it?
Yeah, it's been a massive journey, just from COVID, being a sevens player, and then being lucky enough to get the opportunity to come back in here and play some rugby was amazing. And then from then on, I left with a bit of an Olympic dream to try and go down and become part of Team GB, and we worked pretty hard around that and was fortunate enough to make the Olympic squad. So went over to Tokyo in the summer, which was a surreal experience and something I'll never forget. And now it's exciting to be back here.
And you mentioned there, obviously, when you first came here, you got a bit of time out on the pitch. You played against Ulster, your first appearance, I think first competitive appearance in a 15s game for something like 4 or 5 years, and you were named in the Pro 14 Team of the Week, and then you strung together, I think it was 4 appearances back to back. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it was actually quite a tough experience to begin with. Just I hadn't played 15s in so long, so no, massive thanks to the coaches for first of all backing me and that opportunity to do that, and then just once you're playing rugby, you kind of forget where it is or what you're doing. So it was a big honour to be named in the Team of the Week off the back of that and put some performances together at the back of it.
And then off the back of the Olympics, what have you been up to since then?
So I've been lucky enough to obviously sign here, and I'm working at the minute with Team GB. We just came back from Canada. They were on the 2021 World Series where we finished second. So we've been over in Canada for a couple of weeks and been training with them, and we'll continue to train with them up until the new year, where I'll join Glasgow Warriors full time.
And then what is the difference between playing 15s and 7s right now? Obviously you're kind of training for both. You've got a foot in almost both camps, don't you?
Yeah. I think the main difference is with 7s, obviously you've got the shortened format of the game and you just don't have as much time to think. Your skills are under pressure. It's a lot of individual stuff. There's no real hiding place when there's only seven of you on the pitch. So a lot of that stuff is sort of highlighted in 7s. But again, I think it's actually really good for you coming back into a 15s environment, because it highlights your individual skills and individual weaknesses, and can sometimes improve them, which benefits you coming back to 15s again.
And then what was the thinking about re-signing here at Glasgow, or joining here at Glasgow even?
I was fairly straightforward for me. I'm local, live in the area. I've supported the club since I was a little boy, and I've always wanted to sign for the club. It's never quite worked out in the past for one reason or another, but when I got the contract offer through and spoke to Danny on the phone, I was absolutely buzzing at the opportunity to come back here. So it was a no-brainer, and I'm really happy to have done it.
And then when you join us here full-time in January, what are the goals?
The goals are pretty simple. I just want to play rugby, so try and first of all break into what's a pretty competitive position at centre with so many good players and people playing well at the moment, but obviously to come back, try and get some game time in that field and prove what I can do again and prove my worth.
And then in the last year, you've been playing rugby both in the 7s pitch and on the 15s in front of no fans. Now Scotland now has fans back. How exciting is that prospect for you?
Yeah, it was amazing seeing the game last weekend, just having fans back. It's something I only experienced last weekend as well, being back in the 7s environment, and we had crowds back in Vancouver and Edmonton, and it was nice just to have the sound, the buzz when you're knackered, when you've got that 16th team member to sort of pick you up and stuff. So seeing Scotland packed out last weekend was amazing. It was in the back of my head. I'd love to get out there and experience that.